8:17 on a cool Saturday morning. It's going to get colder before too much longer, but right now we're doing okay for this time of year with teens and 20s. There's a shot from People's Bank and Monument near I-25 and Highway 105. Kind of a couple of really cool things going on here. You can see the low clouds, pockets of fog that are off in the distance. Obviously over the top of that, it's cleared out nicely. The secondary roads, side streets, they have some ice and snow on them, no doubt. The highway is doing fine. Just watch the on and off ramps in a few spots, especially north end of town. Those are still kind of slick. Once you hit the south end of town, things look better on roadways. Turkey Creek right now, Highway 115. It's 20 degrees. The sky is clear. As I'm looking out the back door here at KRDO, it's pretty gray yet, and we have a lot of snow in our parking lot. Looks okay in Pueblo. Roads are fine. Nice sunny start to the day, maybe just a little hazy. There's not much wind. And yeah, it's cool with temperatures hovering around 20 degrees. So that's true, by the way, for most of eastern Colorado, 20s. And once you head up into the higher terrain, we're looking at teens to lower 20s. So there's not a lot of temperature variety out there this morning, and there's really not much wind. Skycast shows some clouds may be floating around near the Kansas state line. Then later on today, rebuilding over the mountains, there might even be enough instability around for some very light snow showers or flurries to develop over the mountaintops along and west of the Continental Divide. Over our local mountain areas, we might see a few clouds, but I don't think we'll have to worry about any additional snow. And temperatures seasonably cool with generally lower to middle 40s on the plains, 20s and 30s over the mountains and mountain valleys. As we head into tonight, no big changes in the pattern. Any of these instability snow showers over the mountains will probably end as the sun goes down. Then we'll just figure on some passing clouds across the plains. The wind will be light again tonight, but the air overhead will be warming some, so might be just a little bit warmer in some areas near the higher terrain, especially tomorrow morning. We're still looking at teens to lower 20s, though, I think, in the Springs for lows. Tomorrow's temperatures don't look much different than today. I do think we'll make a little jump up, maybe into the 50s on Monday, though that could come with some wind. Then as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday, another real significant shot of colder air looks like it's going to come into the area. Behind that, some snow should develop, and that's most likely to happen latter half of the day, Tuesday into Wednesday morning as it appears now. So best guess would be that the commutes Tuesday evening and Wednesday morning would be most heavily impacted by the snow. The snow doesn't look like it'll be terribly heavy, by the way, but as you saw with this last storm, we don't need a lot, especially if the temperatures are going to be that cold, to make for some slick travel. And I certainly think that's a possibility as we head into Tuesday evening and Wednesday morning. And look at those highs Wednesday, by the way. Only in the teens, lows down around 0 Wednesday night. Well, a bit of a system shock for you. We should start recovering by the end of the week. Might get back up into the 40s, say around Friday or so. Pueblo will go with 40s tomorrow, maybe mid-50s on Monday. And then Tuesday will start cooling off. Latter half of the day, probably colder than the early part of the day. Wednesday only in the teens. And I do think you have a shot at some snow as well. And again, it won't take much because it will get cold enough with this storm that if it snows even a little bit, we could expect some slick roads. We'll clear that out in time for Thursday. Warm back up maybe into the 50s on Friday thanks to a wind coming off the mountains as it looks now. Canyon City, 40s this weekend, 50s on Monday, then 30s Tuesday, teens on Wednesday. So again, it's December. That happens once in a while. Get some cold nights behind that front too with single-digit lows. Might bounce back up to near 50 or so on Friday. And then Teller County, we're looking for temperatures to be generally in the 30s here through the weekend with maybe briefly some 40s around on Monday. Be lucky to hit 20 on Tuesday and about 10 on Wednesday with lows down around 0 or below for a couple of nights. And a pretty good chance for some snow obviously later Tuesday into early Wednesday. And I mentioned it already, but just to belabor the point a little, it doesn't look like a heavy snow for us. But you know, if we can get 1 to 3 inches with that kind of air in the area, it's going to be slick.
Yeah, and chilly. Gotta grab those coats.
Yeah, it's, well, hey, listen, we went through an entire fall where chili wasn't something that we used very often, so I guess we're getting our comeuppance now.
Right, it's finally here.
Yeah.
Thanks, Marty.
You're welcome.
It was